The idea then is that you had this very charismatic individual in King Abdulaziz ibn Saud, as we know, the first king of Saudi Arabia, and had a great vision for what will be and was the kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And I think that FDR recognized this and the significance of the two men meeting. And as you know, or maybe not, there was already a meeting set with King Abdulaziz between he and Prime Minister Churchill. And as the story goes that I'm told, the king was talking to his advisors and said, well, wait a second, we're familiar with the British, but we don't know the Americans too well. Tell me about the Americans. Do they colonize like the UK? No, Your Majesty, they don't. Oh, okay, well, do they believe in God? Well, most assuredly, they do believe in God. And there was a decision made, I want to meet with Roosevelt first. Well, FDR happened to be attending the Yalta Conference with Joe Stalin and Prime Minister Churchill, and they got a message to him, and off he went, taking the USS Quincy and the USS Murphy with him. The significance of the meeting, that the two men spent roughly 18 to 20 hours on board the Quincy together in deep conversation. And the two men just conversed about everything from agriculture to oil to airplanes to what's it like flying in an airplane. And when FDR returned to the United States, he was meant to go directly to his version of Camp David, which was Warm Springs, Georgia, because in the pictures of that time, you can see, Frank, that death had a pretty strong hold on him at that time. But he made one stop in Washington, D.C., and this is the point that I want to make to address your answer. He called a joint session of the House and the Senate, which is very rare. Usually the House and the Senate will invite the president to come and speak, but in this case, he called the meeting. And one of the things that he specifically said in the meeting was, I have learned more in the last 20 hours of conversation with this great individual, King Abdulaziz ibn Saud, than in 2 years of personal and governmental communiques between my offices and his offices. And I think that there is a solid message in there, Frank, of that so much more can be accomplished by sitting down and having a conversation like this than going through all of the formal protocols and just getting to know each other as individuals. And this, whether FDR knew it or not, is a very key component to the Arab culture, not just the Saudi culture. It is all about relationships and knowing each other on a personal level, which then can allow for business.